Welcome back. I might have gone overboard again, but here's another unexpected purchase from the AD. I bought this one in a slightly different way than usual, but I'll leave the buying story until later in the video so you can know exactly how I got this. For now, I'll start out with an overview. In the box is the usual green hang tag and the white hang tag. This time they didn't actually let me keep the white price tag. The instruction booklet in the back is for the Oyster Perpetual DateJust, and the leather wallet with the service card and warranty booklet is also included. The card is dated the 19th of August 2021. This time they put a white sticker with a model number on the right side of the card, which I haven't seen before. I don't know if this is a new Rolex policy or if it's just the way the AD does it. By the way, I'm filming the video portions on my Leica CL with the 60mm Apo macro lens instead of the Q2. And I'm using the bright fluorescent lighting in my office at work. I think this came out much clearer and sharper than using my Q2 at home, but let me know in the comments. This is the DateJust 126231 with the Slate Sunray dial and stick hour markers on the Oyster bracelet. As far as I can tell, the 126200 series refers to the modern DateJust 36 with the latest 3235 movement and the 70-hour power reserve. The 31 at the end refers to the Everose gold version with fluted bezel. I believe this particular model came out in 2018. This one has the latest Oyster clasp with EasyLink extension. I can already tell the solid rose gold center links will be a scratch magnet and fingerprint magnet. It's also available with the Roman dial. I actually tried on both of these at the same time. They ended up both looking great, but I ended up choosing the stick dial just because I already have a Roman dial on my blue DateJust. Rolex seems to like offering this pattern of a dark dial with a two-tone bracelet. Most of the options are in yellow gold, but the DateJust and GMT Master 2 also offered in Everose gold. And of course, the controversial offering this year was the yellow gold two-tone Explorer, which doesn't look bad, but I think this color scheme belongs better on a DateJust. I really prefer the Oyster bracelet on most of my watches. The occasional Jubilee or President is great to have, but the Oyster is a sturdy daily workhorse and still classic Rolex. After getting my yellow gold day-date, I wanted to add a two-tone watch to the collection. But whenever I hear of Everose gold, I think of a weird pink gold. But that's not the case. It's actually just a brownish coppery gold, much more subtle than yellow gold or pink gold. So I don't think anyone should be afraid of jumping into Everose gold, especially when it's balanced out with steel. The dial color is called Slate, but I don't know if it's any different than the dark rhodium dial, or if it's just a change in terminology. It really changes colors depending on the ambient light and angle of view. I was concerned it might look too much of a brownish dial, but it's actually a true gray. Straight on it could look like a medium gray, but at an angle it's a very dark charcoal. The hour markers, hands, and applied Rolex crown are made of the same Everose gold. I like the clean hashtag chapter ring without the railroad track of the older models. Overall, it's a great looking watch, and the 36mm is perfect for my 6.5-inch wrist. The muted colors of the Slate dial and Everose gold tone it down, along with the stick hour markers. But the fluted bezel gives it enough sparkle to look special. Really looks nice for a fall and winter watch for the office. Moving on to the buying story, I was reluctant to talk about this, but I think it's okay to come out with it. Since January 2021, my larger local AD has been basically out of stock of everything. Their entire cases have been empty or only contained one lady's Rolex. They did allow me to pre-order some selected watches, so I'm grateful for that. But I decided to explore another AD further away. The next one was in the same state, but a 2-hour drive away. I went in wearing a suit and my blue dial DateJust, planning to ask for a two-tone Daytona and not expecting much. I said I was new to the area, but the manager was very kind and treated me well. She asked me how long I've lived here and where I shopped before. This was a smaller jewelry store than my usual AD, but she walked me around through their selections, and I was surprised to see 14 Rolexes in their 3 small display cases. No professional models, but 4 of them were Lady DateJust, 6 were 36mm DateJust, and 4 were 41mm DateJust, all in a mix of two-tone and all steel. There were a couple all steel DateJusts and some two-tones, and some of them had diamond dials. I asked how long they'd been sitting here, and she said none of the watches really stick around for very long. I tried on the 36mm Everose stick dial and the Roman dial, and they both look nice. The lighting in the store wasn't great, so I went home to think about it and look online for some more pictures. I still said I would like the two-tone Daytona, and before I left she handed me a gift bag with a coffee mug and a steel travel mug, which was very unexpected. It turns out this store is located in a very small town, but it's part of a 3-store chain. I'm guessing the parent store receives all the Rolex shipments, then distributes them out to the 3 stores. But this particular store might have a higher stock just because it gets less foot traffic than the others. But that's just my guess. During my 20-minute visit, the store was basically empty of customers except for one gentleman stopping in looking for a Sky Dweller. He was told they don't have any sports watches in stock, and then he left quickly. So I went back the next day deciding to purchase the stick dial Everose because I really liked the look and I wanted a two-tone bracelet. And I thought it was worth opening up another AD contact. On the way out I asked for the Explorer 36 and the Batman Jubilee, but I'm not sure what will happen with that since she was very non-committal about any sports watches. Anyway, that's my story for this watch. At this point, I'm way past the point of having enough, and now it's getting to be just more about the addiction to the chase. Sometimes there's more excitement about the anticipation and the thrill of the hunt rather than actually wearing the watch on a daily basis. I might do another video about my DateJust addiction, but if you want to stick around to the end, I'll close out with some pictures and some quotes from my favorite writers. Leave the 2 authors' names in the comments, and thanks for watching.